Purpose team, as well as anybody watching live here on stream or YouTube. This is my Engineer to Purpose review. Thankfully, one of who I believe is a developer, reached out to me, wanted me to review the game, play it a little bit because of my experience playing Legion TD2, as well as Bloons Tower Defense and Defense Grid 2 as well. And they gave me a nice little free demo playtest here. So let's go in. So far, I've only completed 5 of the levels. I did play 6 and lost because I suck. But thus far, I would give the game probably an 8 out of 10. So you have these nice little guys that come in. I think it's cool that pretty much every single level I was seeing a different variation of guy that you can see over here on the right. They're adding them every single time, which is nice. It was pretty good to get different guys almost every single level. The biggest problem that I had initially was that I couldn't use my up and down arrows. I had to use W, A, S, and D to move around. It's not a big deal. I didn't, it sucked for a second, but after playing level 2, I, obviously got used to it. But that was just normally where my hand would be playing a game like this. But you're essentially just, defending your tower, which I like. Overall, the lanes, while they look pretty basic, they're pretty cool. The designs and everything was cool. Being able to see everything move around. I would say I would want more tower placement variety that you can see in some of these. I know in this one you could have, maybe it was this one, you could have some up close, I believe. But I did like the design of it. For my mind, as far as being, OCD, the design was very cool. It was, while I don't want to say the word basic in a negative light because it's not, but it was very basic in a good way. Here's the design, and it works. So that is good. As far as the towers, at first it was a little confusing to figure out how to add them and upgrade them and everything, but whoops, I am also just kind of dumb in myself. So when I was doing this, I was having trouble understanding essentially how to build it. And then clicking and adding modifiers. What I thought was super cool on this, big ups to you guys, and for the game itself, is being able to multiple click these. So I can just full auto click all those. So this is the essentially upgrade number that you have for this. These cost 1 that you see, this one costs 2. So that goes down to 3. I can do that twice and click another one or whatever it is. I think that's huge. I really like that. I like being able to really control what I'm building, and that's the whole big thing about this too. I think it's super cool that while you can say it's all the same tower, it's not, because you're building your own tower, which is nice. It's different compared to, okay, you have, let me back out of it. Oh, I can just say, you have your whatchamacallits here. I can't seem to back out. There we go. You have your basic blaster, you have your laser, you have your bomber, those would be 3 different towers, but instead I can come in here, and when I'm building it, I can create my own version of whatever tower it is, add, disruptor rounds on there, add modifiers, and change it all. I think that is super cool idea. It's going to be really dope once you get these. This is only, 5 levels in. I have, 5 different variations. While 2 of them are the same, technically, you can obviously unlock them differently as you want. I just did these 2. But overall, the tutorial was helpful. It was nice. I don't know, I'm not going to speak for most people, but I kind of skip through tutorials a little bit. You know, I feel like once I get the overall basic down, I just kind of go through it. The story I paid zero attention to, I'm not going to lie to you, so that's, you know, take that with whatever it is. I'm more focused on, you know, let me get into the game. Um, One thing that um, some people might find more helpful is being able to see the tracking where the lanes are going. I know on the, I think, 6th level, it was hard for me to truly understand the track just by the way it was designed. Let me see. Yeah, so when it came in, um, both of the lines went left and right. So I thought it was going to be a split wave as far as, you know, once the wave comes in, some of them go left, some of them go right, or, you know, wave 1 goes left, wave 2 goes right, that sort of thing. But that was not the case. They went in, you know, whatever direction they went. I know that they went left first and then kind of went around and everything. So something like that would be a little bit more helpful, like a full-on I don't want to say centipede because that will get confusing once there are circles. So maybe kind of like spread out lines, or at least more color coordinated to better understand them. Or at least when this one's coming, it'll come left first. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just saying that to me that was you know, I was expecting something different than what I got. It wasn't a huge deal after once the first wave come, then you know it was there and I understood their pathing, but that was a little bit of a thing that I saw. What else? The energy is good, as far as I believe it's energy that you guys call it, that we're getting as far as cost. I do feel like it is somewhat, the game wants you to almost use the converter, or I'm sorry, the generator cores on the right above the waves to allow you to give the energy, but that also can obviously put you in a bad spot. So I think maybe some of the kills that you get on the units should be maybe a little bit more, or at least more consistent. I do like though that all of the upgrades are nice. You can definitely like tell every time I upgraded something, or even added something onto a tower, I could really see and feel the difference. You know, when I did any of the advanced lasers or blasters, they were killing them super quick. When I did the disruptor rounds on just the primary blaster, it was like I could instantly see the difference in the wave, that they were being slowed down. I don't know how it's going to be as far as only having essentially 3 and we'll say a half different towers, if you will, but I do see that, you know, once you keep upgrading, that there's going to be a lot of different variations to each tower, so that might kind of save you there, as far as, you know, how much content is there. Same with once you get to these waves, you definitely start adding some more stuff. So that's nice as well. I would definitely just say the biggest thing is obviously continue with, keep pumping out content, add different, you know, weapon types, add different upgrades, add different unlockables, Think of different things you can do for your core stuff. I'm sure that you obviously already probably have some ideas. Um, Obviously, there are still variations here, so that definitely gives you still variety. Same with the converter. You obviously have some ideas and stuff here. Um, but yeah, I had a good time. I was actually impressed with the game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, to be honest. The trailer definitely doesn't do the game justice. I'm not gonna lie. The trailer, while nice and cool, it definitely once you play the game, it feels a lot better. I don't know what you guys are going to be charging for said game, but I would say I would pay, if I were to buy it, I would probably do cool. I would question 40. I would probably pay 30 or under, pretty much without question, just with all the content that I see and the fact that I did play it, and I would say I would pay that for sure. Um, but yeah, I had a good time. It went pretty quick. I think I did all of these levels and this one in about an hour, give or take a little bit of that time. And I think because I wasn't paying enough attention, I lost on 2 the first time or something. I lost on 6. Um, 6 definitely got a little bit harder, I'm not gonna lie. But that was also just because, you know, it varies on tower, and I like that you can pause the wave, you can sit there, you can mess with your towers, upgrade, buy, sell. I do like that. I like the fact that, you know, you can just sit there and do that. I know, obviously, some games, tower defense games, allow that, but it's nice that you guys do as well. That's huge. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, I have nothing bad to say about the game for an indie developer, um, and how much content is here with just a tower defense game and being able to build it. And I'm sure that there will be plenty of other variations on here, whether it's uh, flamethrowers or um, you know, more like a mortar type. I don't know. There's tons of different variations that you can do here. That's one thing that I kind of wanted, was like a kind of area effect one that wasn't a bomber necessarily. I felt like the bomber was slow. And the first thing I thought of was like a flamethrower type to really get those speed guys killed, or the group ones. But in a way, that is what the bomber's for. But yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about the game. I will definitely be having it on my Steam wish list and be looking out for it when it comes out March 12th. Um, and I appreciate the engineered to purpose team reaching out to me and giving me a code to play the game early, test it out, and I look forward to the launch and release.